At EP, we believe it's important for you to have customization control over your experience. To that end, we've added a new user type, which is a school administrator. The school admin access will allow you to control how different users interact within your school, so we're going to take a look at that now inside this video. To access those customization options, you want to come into the platform, head on down to your user account down the bottom left, click on that and go to the school account section. That will open up a separate tab for you where you can now have control over some different areas of the platform, split into three main categories. We've got the overall details for the school, some individual settings, and the people tab.
The details tab is fairly rudimentary. It has some information that you can edit, like the school's name, country, and the state, and it gives you the ability to add and upload as well.
The bulk of the control options are found here inside the settings tab. Over here on the left, the second option down, where we have a few different elements that we can run through. Our first option allows you to configure the invite settings. Users within your system can invite teachers and students themselves, and this allows you some control over how this actually takes place. Clicking on configure will launch another little window here where we can look at the different options set in place for teachers or for students as well. So we can set different types of domain names and invite instructions for adding those, keeping in mind that it's likely going to be a teacher who's going to be inviting both teachers and students. And so there might be some specific instructions that you want to include here. We'll take a look at when we get to the people tab at where these instructions will appear for those users. Coming down the list, we have a few different binary options of switching things on or off in the system. First of all, we can disable official EP competitions, which run throughout the year, which means your school will be automatically discounted from those. Simply click on the dial to switch those on or off. Similarly as well, when we're looking at student interactions, we can disable cheers between students by clicking this on or off, and also disable scoreboards. Scoreboards will only appear during competitions themselves that can be run inside of the schools, and can be individual choice made around whether you want to include this feature or not. By default, this will be on, so the scoreboards will appear for students. If you are a school where YouTube is blocked across your network, then you can have this switched on to remind any teachers creating content within the system that will be something for them to consider if they're setting up their own EP lessons or customizing something inside of an EP lesson. Built into the platform is the ability for teachers to share content they create with other EP users inside of a different school. If you want to disable that feature, then you can simply click on this icon here, and it means that lessons can't be shared. If teachers are wondering how to share lessons when they're inside of any of their smart lessons they have inside their library, if they come up to the top right here and click on the three dots, then they'll be able to copy a teacher link. Sending that link to any teacher that has an Education Perfect account will allow them to create a copy of this lesson and add to their library as well. The last option on this page allows you to control the visibility of classes to teachers. By default, inside of the EP system, all teachers inside of a school can see every student and every class available to them. Their classes are filtered down onto their own classes themselves, like we can see here on this page where these are the different classes that this user is attached to. But it's also possible to be able to give students who aren't attached to your name work, or to see any of their work or progress. That can be seen through the tasks, assessments, or the insights tab themselves. As a school admin, you can disable this functionality by clicking this on, which will then mean that teachers are only able to see classes that are attached to their name. There can be various reasons why you might want to switch this on, but by and large, we would generally suggest that you leave it so that it is off, so that all teachers have visibility over what's happening inside of their school. The final tab here is the people tab, where you can sort through the system based on the user type, either school admin, student, or teacher, and also search through the users that are being displayed underneath that filter as well. Other users inside the system can also access this page and invite students or teachers. When we were looking before at our configuration settings for teacher and student invites, this is where we're going to see that information coming up with our description up the top here, and any of the accepted email domains being displayed at this point as well. We will continue to add to the school admin privileges as we build out the system and its different functionality and features. And if there's a feature that you'd like to see, we'd love to get your feedback. When you're inside the platform, if you head over to the feedback tab here, click on the link, let us know how you're feeling about the feature, and tell us in some more detail what you'd like to see. Otherwise, get in touch with support at educationperfect.com, and we can connect you through with our team to take your feedback on board with any of the new additions that we make. Otherwise, if there's anything else that you need, just reach out and get in touch. We're here to help however we can.